Okay, here we go. Welcome back to some more Gotham Knights. I hope you all had a very good weekend and that your Monday wasn't too blue. As you can see here, my characters have got some new suits, some of them. I actually prefer the suits with the capes. As you can see, the capes actually have some movement and stuff. They look pretty cool. I'm excited about this episode. I'm gonna show you actually the knighthood, unlocking it, and the cinematic for it, as well as their stories. I've been playing a little bit, unlocking the knighthood, finishing the task for it, and as well I got my characters to level 10. They're all level together, so if you just play as one. And like I said, as I also unlocked the momentum abilities, so let's get into it. Okay, so one thing is like I said, I've been living a little bit and uh, unlocking this stuff. You can do night patrols until you're blue in the face, as long as you don't continue the main story. You can do night patrols and level your character as much as you want and unlock whatever you want. Okay, so this is the thing that's the indication for Batgirl's story. Discover the human being beneath the cowl in the aftermath of Batman's death. Okay, and I've got it already marked. Okay, I quickly wanted to show you, like, I'm gonna get her a new suit. I like the look of the Titan suit. And I actually unlocked the Neo-Noir suit, Transmog, where you here for challenges, and see here where you crafting, sorry, where you need to create. I had the Neo-Noir one here, so I created one of them actually on Robin, and now I've got it unlocked as a skin. So if you go here to style, there the Neo-Noir is now Neon Noir, whatever it's called. So that's now unlocked for all the characters. The Beyond suit actually does drop from enemies and doing opportunistic crimes, or premeditated crimes more. If anyone like has an idea of like if specific, like for example, freaks drop specific blueprints or regulars or something, or if it's just random, because I haven't figured that out yet. This Night Ops, I think, is with the Knighthood if you unlock all the things for it. And Knighthood is if you finish the story missions. Okay. Oh, also, I did figure out if you do get low on health on medpacks, if you find a ambulance and they do have a chest, if you open it, it fills up your health packs. And also, if you do go back to the Belfry and end the night patrol, then your health is also restored and your health packs. Okay, so here we're going with Batgirl's story, and then the others I'll show you all of their stories and their knighthood unlocks.
What's a gal like you doing in a place like this?
Same as you. Visiting an old friend.
I keep waiting for him to step down and, I don't know, give some inspiring speech. Tell us to get back to work. Jesus, Jim. You would have hated this. They put you on an actual damn pedestal.
Maybe he'd understand. He always said people needed symbols. Something to believe in.
Yeah, but we both know he meant you bats. Not him. Except with the squared-up jawline and better glasses.
They changed his face?
Yeah, it's hard to tell from here, but it looks nothing like him. Wish we had him back.
Yeah. Me too.
See you later, Jim. Batgirl.
He looks just like I remember.
Okay, so that's the start of her story. Very cool. Yeah, I wanted to show you. So gear, crafting. Like I said, I'm going to make the Titan suit. Now you can craft it here. You just hold X. And now see, item will be added to your inventory once you're back at the Belfry. So you can't put it on now immediately. Also, if you see, I've got 61,000 of the one thing and 13,000 of the other. You shouldn't have any problems with materials, crafting stuff. The only one is the neon metal or something. I'll show you that now. Also, if you press triangle, you can view the details. Uncommon suit that, well, when well crafted, provides increased momentum generation. See, momentum generation plus 3%. And you can compare it to what you're wearing. They always have the one with the highest defense on there and power. You can change how to sort it. I've got it sorted by power. See, this one over here will be the hardest one to find, but there's actually a way to farm it pretty well as well and get enough of it as well. But that's like later in the game as well. And I'm gonna get a new one as well. And range as well. So if you see the battle range change, I think that's pretty cool detail. Okay, then I've done everything in here except for the main story, so I'm going to return to the Belfry and show you her knighthood, and then I'll probably do Nightwing, Robin, and then Red Hood last.
Welcome.
Okay, so the knighthood is, you always come to this thing. That's where they go.
Authorities have released more information on a suspicious death at Gotham University. The victim has been identified as Dr. Kirk Langstrom. After a forensic examination, police are now saying that the professor's after-hours death on campus appears to be an accident. Commissioner Catherine Kane declined to provide further details, adding only that it appears the fire and the death were unrelated. This is Noor Rashid with GCN.
Let's see if you go to gear now. Loadout, there's the one that I made. Melee, there. And ranged, there. You go to style, let's see, colorway. I might go with that. I like how that looks. This is one of my favorite looking suits, the Titan one from, I assume it's from Teen Titans. Cowl. Kind of like that one with the small ears. I think that one's my favorite. Symbol. I think I might go with the original one. I like those gloves. They even have little spikes on the hands if you can see it. Yeah, sorry, I just can't change the view. Gee, those look. I like how those look. Okay, so I'll be rocking this look for a while, but I'm gonna play as Red Hood after this and show you Harley Quinn, continuing the story. Okay, Batgirl can now glide using her cape, hold,
Do
or...
you miss Bloodhaven, Master Richard?
Of course. But honestly, I'm glad I came back.
Gotham wasn't quite the same without you.
Missed my witty remarks and undeniable charm, Alfred?
I'm sure I'm not the only one. The others needed someone to inspire and help them. And you did.
Not as much as they've helped me.
And see now, I'll see, I unlocked a new colorway. Okay, that one. That's actually my favorite. I like how that looks best on her. I think there might be one I actually like more. That one might be more. Okay, and let's see. Okay, I've unlocked the Titan suit now because I made it. Okay. Didn't know that. It wasn't in the crafting one. Okay, now abilities. See, now you've unlocked these Knighthood abilities. Now that one you get automatically. That's probably the most like Batman if you ever play the Arkham ones where you can glide. Batgirl uses her grapple to pull an enemy towards her. When used on a large enemy, Batgirl pulls herself towards the enemy. That's pretty cool. Ambush takedown inflicts fear in nearby enemies. Critical damage and critical chance increases by 15% for 15 seconds. It's also pretty cool. And outside of combat, Batgirl's health automatically regenerates up to 40%. I think that's going to be very useful. Increases number of attacks in Batgirl's melee and ranged attack combo by 1. There's a knockdown. Nice. Okay, now Batgirl can launch a drone. Increases firing rate of Batgirl's drone. Once per summon, Batgirl's drone unleashes a large burst of damage on all nearby enemies. Well, that's also, like I said, all of that's pretty cool. As you see, I finally did unlock the one where electronic devices doesn't detect her, and I unlocked the one that gives more health. Receives a 75 defense bonus when hit by enemy counterattack. Most enemies' attacks can't interrupt Batgirl's heavy melee attacks. It's pretty cool as well. Okay, momentum ability. See there, she's got the drone now. You press down or hold down R1 and hold down X. Okay, database, combat, and I've now got the Batgirl glide. Now with all their abilities you hold R2 to use them when you're like in a jump or falling. And she's got the dive. And they've now got fear as well. You can pause and read that. They can actually get so scared and run away, but that gets annoying because then sometimes it's the person you need to interrogate or something, you can't do anything. They just run to a door and disappear. You can't grab them or anything. And now they've unlocked time trials for Batgirl because of that. And now we've got one from Lucius Fox. Alfred informed me you've developed new technology to get around the city. A glider, boots, even a teleporter. It's impressive. It reminds me of when Bruce first tested his cape. There was a bit of a mishap, so I thought maybe I could set up a few obstacle courses for you to properly test your gear, you know, just to be safe. Okay, like I said, that's the time trials they've got now. And now challenges. It's not part of the challenges yet.
Hey, Alfred, you mind taking care of dinner tonight? I have a session with the doc.
Not a problem. How is that going?
It helps. Really.
I'm glad to hear it.
Leave in the comments if you want me to listen to all this stuff in the Belfry. It is interesting to add to the story. So, and both these things are here, so I don't know which one. I'll try which one first.
You could visit him.
I could what?
He went to yours when... You could visit his grave.
You haven't.
I'm not the one staring at the... You know.
Sometimes you're an idiot, Grayson.
Okay, so Nightwing gets this glider that actually, the cool thing about it is you can actually like go up and down with it. It's not like with Batgirl when you glide, you descend slowly all the time. This one you can actually rise as well.
I tried to convince Master Bruce to wear a helmet once. He wasn't a fan.
Mine saved me from a lot of bullets, and knives, and baseball bats. It broke a few hands, too.
He could have at least worn one while riding the Bat Cycle.
He fought meta-criminals almost daily. A motorcycle accident would have been the least of his worries.
See, some of these things are so funny. Okay, so with Nightwing, that was the first part was his story where he and Jason talked about visiting Batman's grave. That was his story part. Let's go do the story part first.
Playing with a ghost, Alfred?
You might say that. I'm finishing my last game with Bruce. I couldn't save our board from the manor, but I do have our notes. We tracked each move. To continue the game if one of us was ever away.
Are you winning?
Playing as Bruce, I can't see how he loses.
Bruce is dead. Maybe he wins your game, but without him, we've lost.
I'm not so sure about that.
Not so sure he's dead?
Not so sure we've lost. Bruce played an important role, but he never saw himself as the only piece in play.
You know what? Using teleportation tech from the Justice League satellite, I bet I could zap myself short distances in a fight. Almost like a ghost. Oh, this is gonna be so cool!
Okay, so you can actually teleport, which is, it's pretty cool and interesting. There you hold R2 and then you move the left analog stick. You can use X and I'm not sure if X and triangle. I'll show you at some stage exactly how it works to go up and down even. And you've got a timer and you can release R2 before then. Yeah, sorry, I skipped a little bit of Dick Grayson or Nightwing. I'll go back to him now. See, he's got the Titan is unlocked for him as well. And if you see, he's actually got... Okay, aerial attacks are now followed by a small cloud of smoke, allowing him to re-enter stealth. Increases Robin's damage, critical chance, defense, and elemental effect build up for 15 seconds. His momentum ability is these little nanites. As you can see there, they attack and like go hurt them. Reduced by 20%. Robin improved the particle accelerator and microbot's core engine. He can now call 5 microbots instead of 3. Robin opens a small portal. This is so cool. That's one of his takedowns now, as he calls them through a portal and brings them to him. It also increases the number of his attacks. Okay, and I've unlocked Robin can perform takedowns and stealth strikes on large enemies. Robin's damage is increased while undetected. Attacking enemies from behind increases critical damage. I'll think a little bit about which one I want to use. Oh, and Robin can perform like the takedown, but the disadvantage about this is, unlike the one in Batman, this is not a silent one. This is a one of the ones that actually you get detected. So that's a little bit of a disadvantage for me. But he's the only one that can do these like Batman in the Arkham series. Momentum ability. See, there's the nanites. And then the beta database is just Nightwing's and Robin slide. Okay, and his emails are still the same. Lucius Fox is for all of them. Okay, let's quickly do Nightwing. Sorry, like I said, I skipped him by accident. Okay, gear, also the Titan suit, and the neon. Okay, and with him I've got the gains Nightwing an extra momentum bar and increases Nightwing's momentum gain by 15%. Now he shoots 3 darts at once instead of 1. Nightwing's melee attacks can strike enemies from further away. Okay, he makes this Robin's nest. That's his momentum ability. Reduces nest ability cooldown by 15%. Increases the size of Nightwing's nest. He makes this like cone around himself, and as long as you stay in it, it heals you and damages them and whatever else. Nest damage is increased by 150%, and the healing effect is increased by 100%. I think I should go for that. Increases the number of attacks in Nightwing's melee combo by 1. The last hit is a knockdown as well. Okay, let's see. It's the one about the flying trapeze to glide through the air. You can also rebound off the walls to gain altitude and speed. Like I said, the thing can anyways just go up if you hold up. Momentum, see there's his Robin's nest. And allies, granting a large defense bonus and healing over time. The nest also inflicts damage over time to any enemies that step inside it. Oh, and he actually... Okay, I'll have to research who this one is again. I've been hearing messed up stuff about Batman, and I've seen freaking Superman in Bloodhaven. Is it true that he's gone? Did something happen? Are you okay? I know we're not like whatever, it doesn't matter. I just want to know you're okay. If you're in Gotham, I could get on a bus if you need some. Okay, I'll have to research. I'll put it in the description and maybe talk about it next video who Sean Sang is, but Clark Kent, Superman. Death is a strange thing to deal with in our business. We face it head on daily. Our friends are in mortal danger constantly, and yet we are still never prepared for it. It always feels sudden, like we couldn't see it coming. I think Bruce did see it coming. I think that's why he always had such an urgency about him, why he always seemed like a man on fire. He knew that a countdown started the day he put on the cowl, that someday the risks he took would catch up with him. I respected Bruce for a lot of reasons, but that was a big one. He knew he had a limited time in this world, and he set out to make as much of a difference as he could before he was gone. I'm sad Bruce is gone, but I'm not nearly as sad that he's gone as I am happy that he was here in the first place. I hope you can find some solace in that. Here's a news article. I'm not going to read this. You can pause it and save it. It's just about how Dick Grayson is now actually stepping into Bruce Wayne in the spotlight as Bruce Wayne. He's taking over the Wayne Company, and Batman being missing and stuff like that. I'll have to figure out who Bridget Clancy is as well. Hey there, boy. Furiously typing on my way to the next class to see what you're doing next weekend. I have a wee break and thought we could get a cuppa. I'm coming back to Bloodhaven till Sunday night to see some folks and thought maybe you would like to be one of them. Unless you're expecting one of your infamous Grayson emergencies. P.S. Have you seen that old super speeding bullet running about out there? Friend says he's in Bloodhaven. Imagine that. Can't be good news when the big boys start looking our way. So be careful out there. Bridget. Okay, like I said, I'll either mention in the next video who they are or put it in the description. Okay, and then Jason Todd, Red Hood. Okay, now the one thing that you have to remember with Red Hood is if you saw in the intro with Batman fighting Ra's al Ghul, he had that green aura about him and every now and then he would flare and use it. Now Jason Todd, that is an effect of the Lazarus Pit in this game. So Jason Todd, like, he has those same abilities. He uses the Lazarus Pit, he can tap into that ability and use it. So that's where his things come from. So just keep that in mind with his abilities and stuff. Like this one. See here, he charges himself up with like elemental abilities to use it against them. Yes, I'm going to do his story part first.
What?
I was just thinking of that time we all made dinner together, and Tim got tomato sauce all over Bruce and Babs.
I don't remember that.
What? No, you have to. It was the same year. You know what? Never mind. Dumb story anyway.
Well, I could tell you a story. It's about being dead, then brought back to life by a pit of mind-altering goo.
Hey, I didn't mean...
I don't know what's worse. Having a chunk of my life taken away from me, or coming back to everyone thinking I'm gonna snap.
I'm sorry, Jason. We shouldn't have... I shouldn't have treated you like an outsider.
My God, you're such a Boy Scout. No wonder you were the first.
Okay, Redwood can now use Mystical Leap. Hold while in the air to traverse vast distances with a Mystical Leap. Okay, so as you see there, that green is from where Ra's al Ghul cut Bruce in the intro fight, or cut the mask, and now that Lazarus pit thing somehow awakened in Jason Todd the power. Style. Titan looks pretty cool. And Nora as well, actually, on him. Okay, and then abilities. I've got it where he can grab large enemies. He does when Redwood throws an enemy, he attaches a concussive mine to them that explodes when shot. I've got here increases Redwood's critical damage by 20%. Okay, so yeah, here you can see. I have to admit, it's one of the fun ones, but it's really weird and kind of actually silly, in my opinion. Okay, so every shot that knocks out a target may inflict fear in nearby enemies. Increases headshot and weak spot damage by 15%. That's when you aim with L2. Damage target may inflict fear in nearby enemies. Again, and see, he gets this mystical round, like bounces off people. Requires 50% less time to lock onto targets. And his range attack combo, one blast hits, one more. Okay, so there, see there's that one. To enemies and shoot a mystical round that will hit all targets, causing massive damage. So you hold R1, hold X, and then you press R2 to shoot. Okay, database combat. Just now has his mystical leap. And he actually also got a message from Clark Kent. I know we don't know each other all that well, but I want to reach out. Bruce always said you kept your emotions close to the chest. When Bruce calls someone closed off, I know it's serious. I was thinking about that today and how it might mean that you don't have a lot of people you're comfortable speaking with about what you're going through. Bruce meant a great deal to me, and I just wanted to extend the offer that you should find yourself in need of someone to talk to. I would be happy to do so. It's never too late for us to get to know each other. I hope you're well, all things considered. Clark Kent. And then he also got Roy Harper. I know Roy Harper from like the Arrowverse and the Flash series. I'll look a little bit into the comics as well. But yeah, hello dude, I heard about that, what happened with Batman. That's, yeah, if you ever want a distraction, maybe you, me, and Corey can find ourselves some trouble to get into. You know, get to the old band back together. I know a few heads down Miami way that could use some busting, and the weather sure beats Gotham. Let me know, bro. Okay, so that is where I'm going to end this video. I hope you enjoyed learning a little bit more about them, seeing the cinematics and the unlocks. And I'll see you in the next video. Remember to subscribe, like, leave a comment, and hit those notification bells. and have a great week, and see you in the next video.